Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. The answer is very, very long, but I will give you the briefest possible answer to that question. 20 years ago, my wife, in the morning, told me at breakfast, I had a dream last night. She said, I was taken to a high bluff, and I was shown a village down in a valley. And I watched as people moved back and forth along the village. Some were planting, some were doing different things. There was a medicine man inside of a house, and he was doing a ceremony with drawings on the ground. And there was a complete village, but it was a culture I had never seen before. It was not my culture. And she says, in the dream, a spirit that took me up to this high place said to me, see that village, see those people down there? They are your children. You are the mother of a new tribe. And I was like, wow, okay. She looked at me like, you have to give me an answer to this, because after all, you're the medicine man, you're the shaman. I'm just your wife. I'm a dreamer, but I don't understand this. I don't understand this dream. I didn't answer her. I didn't. I interpret dreams for a lot of people. That's my job. As a medicine man and as a dream interpreter, that's my job. I could not deal with that question, with that dream for a long time. But then 5 years ago, no, maybe it was only 3 years ago. It seems like 5 years ago because it's so time-consuming, or it's so consuming. I went to an elders and youth conference at Mount Shasta. And again, same thing. We had elders talking to a group of youth from inner city California, from Los Angeles, from San Francisco, from Oakland. And we were trying to teach them traditional values and native ways. And one of the organizers said, let's let the youth put together a little council of their own and have them come up and ask us the most important questions that they have. And so they chose a young lady and a young man to come to the elders' fire and give us their questions so that we could address them. And the first person to speak was a young man, and he went on about everything he had learned and everything that he had gained and all the knowledge, but then he asked exactly what you asked. He says, what about us? It's nice to hear all these things, but what about us? Are you going to adopt us? Are you going to take us into your tribe and make us like you? We want to be like you. We want to live like you. We want to have a culture. We want to have a lifestyle like you. Can you adopt us? And of course, the elders were stunned. We didn't know what to do because we looked at each other like, we can't. We don't have that authority. We don't have that power. And besides, if I started adopting all these young people, my tribe would kick me the heck out of my tribe, because it's all right if you adopt one person, but you can't adopt hundreds of young people and bring them home with you.
Does anybody else?
But I can't. No, this is a long story. I'm sorry, I warned you. So I came home, and with that question unanswered, then it hit me, the wife's dream. I knew exactly what to do. I said, let's form a tribe. Let's organize a tribe that will accept, that will adopt every one of those young people. And we will teach them how to live tribally. And we will give them a culture that they can be proud of. A culture that will sustain them into the future. We'll find other elders that will join us in this project. And we will form a new tribe. And we did. Last month, we had a gathering in California, Half Moon Bay. We gathered together 7 or 8 elders. And we formed a charter. And we formed the One PeopleTribal Nation, which is incorporated here in the state of New Mexico as a tribe. And At some point, we're going to petition for something that the United Nations calls virtual nations. But that's after we have the necessary population. At this point, we're still too small. But that is the answer to your question.
Stand up.
Yeah. So I'm curious, growing up in this culture that seems to be around consumption, and in so many ways, like seeking culture so much, and I struggle sometimes with that line of cultural appropriation, like looking to elders of different cultures and just craving that tradition. And I don't know exactly what the question is.
I know what the question is. What is the answer for you? The answer for you is to join One People Tribal Nation.